Okay. All right. Well, thanks for jumping on the call. You'll probably find out from me that I'm kind of an informal person, and so this doesn't really have 100% a whole bunch of structure laid out to it, except for the fact that I wanted everybody to kind of be on the same call, be able to ask questions about the meal plan, if you even had a chance to look at it, things like that, because I think that we're all probably pretty capable of pushing play and trying our best to do the workouts. But this part right here, I think, is going to be where a lot of our results come from, and the part that takes a little bit of focus and planning and things. So obviously you can post in the group anytime that you want, and somebody will probably respond to you within a few minutes, I would assume. And but what my hope is to have these kind of calls each week, and just a place to touch base and get to know each other a little bit better, see each other face to face, and just have some actual verbal communication rather than just social media world. So hopefully these help everybody kind of stay engaged and stay motivated to continue on this journey, because 80 days is a long time, and I don't want to think about 80 days. I want to think about like day 1 and then day 2, and we'll take it one day at a time. Is everybody cool with that? Okay. Don't everybody talk at once. Hey, Kate.
Hi.
Cool. I thought you had said that you could join. Okay. Alrighty. So I printed out my plan, and I'm plan A. Did everybody at least have a chance to log in and see what plan they're going to be on today by looking at the Getting Started Right type of document?
I read the Getting Started Right, and I'm B, but I haven't had a chance to print it out yet. We have like an ice storm here.
Yeah.
And they canceled like all the schools in the middle of the day, and so it's been crazy.
Yeah, crazy weather. No, that's cool. Just as long as you know where to access it. Some people are more digital. Some people are more hard copy type of people. And I'm typically a digital person, but with this one, I kind of wanted to just print it out and have it as well. So with that, excuse me, I did like that you can print out like just your plan. So if you're plan B, you can print out just plan B. If you're plan A, you can print out just plan A, or download it, whichever way you want to access it. So I would suggest that, just so that you can have something to reference. And within your plan, there are like sample ways of how to space out your containers throughout the day, whether you work out in the morning or the afternoon or the evening, which we can talk about that here in a second. And then there's also let me find it. Like there's like a mini planner here. So I would suggest maybe printing out this one and maybe making a copy or 2 of it, or maybe putting it in like a page protector. So you can use maybe a dry erase marker or something on it, and you can, kind of plan out your day. I'm just a visual person, and I'm a write down type of person. But throughout the group, if there's a strategy that you're finding that's working for you, I highly encourage everybody to kind of share what you're doing, because if it's working for you, it might work for someone else. And what I do might not work for Tiffany. What Tiffany does might not work for Kate, but it might work for somebody in the group. So I just think the more we share about what we're doing, I think that will just benefit everybody. Agreed?
I wonder if they have one of those tracker apps like they had for 21 Day Fix, where you put in your containers.
Yeah. I haven't heard if they're going to have like an 80-day obsession one, but I would assume you could use the 21 Day Fix app and just follow your 80-day obsession plan, so that you can, cross off each container as you eat it type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, can it be edited, I wonder, like each portion?
Like, what do you mean?
Like with 21 Day Fix, you say, I'm going to be on this plan, and then they tell you how many of each color. Could you go in and say, well, I'm going to bump up my veggies, or could you do that to fit?
I think on the app you put in how many containers of each color you're going to use throughout the day. And then there's like breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner. Then you can add in how many you had, even if it's like 1.5 or 1.25 or something.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I haven't really used the app too much, so we'd have to probably play around with it. But I'm assuming you can use it in a way to track it as best that you could, I would think, if you're kind of an app type of person. Hi, Heather.
I use the app a lot when I was doing 21 Day Fix, and I liked it a lot. Like, just to be able to go to my phone all the time instead of trying to write it down and then losing that piece of paper and then,
Right.
you know, just like forgetting what I ate, those sorts of things. Because you always have your phone with you.
Agreed. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I mean, definitely use what you think might work for you. So I guess we can kind of just jump right into it. I'll kind of look at my plan A, but you know, knowing if you're plan B, C, or D, or however, whatever plan that you're on, basically what that's going to mean is that you're going to get more containers throughout the day, and your pre and post workout type of meals might look a little bit different. I guess I haven't digested all the different plans. Because if you get more fruits, like I'm only allowed 2. So where I space out my fruits might look different than where plan B, C, and D is. Does anybody, I guess, who else is plan B?
I think B just has 1 more carb and 1 more fruit, but I think the proteins and veggies are the same.
Okay.
That's what I
So
think.
So Trina, I see you have your paper there, and you're B, right? She's unmuting herself.
Yes.
Okay, so Trina, what does your workout block look like? Because you're plan B, and I think there's quite a few people on here that are plan B. Let me see if that's kind of the same as my A.
So here's my workout block examples. So my morning workout block is basically 6 a.m. Your pre-workout meal is 1 green, 1 red, 1 yellow, and a teaspoon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
And then 7 a.m. your pre-workout supplement would be your Energize.
So remember, anybody that's on the call, the Beachbody Performance stuff is optional. So I know there's some people on here that aren't doing that, and there's some that are. So if you don't have Energize, then you wouldn't take that.
Don't do it. Yeah. And then you do your workout from 7:30 to 8:30 with your Beach Performance Hydrate if you have that. And then 9 a.m. is your post-workout supplement, which would be a purple plus a Beachbody Performance Recover if you have that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then do you have a post-workout meal also?
Yes, and that's at 10 a.m.
Okay.
What's 1 green, 1 red, 1 yellow, and a teaspoon or tablespoon.
Okay. So that matches plan A as well. So I'm not sure if there's more people on here that are on C or D or E. But I'm wondering if the pre and post workout meals are the
They're the same.
Okay. Yeah.
So I mean on plan B it's the same. 1 green, 1 red, 1 yellow, and a teaspoon.
Yeah.
Makes
That's
sense.
what I'm kind of noticing.
You must just add more into the rest of your meals.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. I haven't looked at C, D, and E yet, but that's what I'm assuming. Maybe. I thought Letitia's daughter was going to be the youngest member, but I think Dana takes the cake there.
My 12-year-old and 14-year-old are doing it with me.
Awesome. That's awesome.
And I mean, Nora jumps around, but you know, the girls are actually really doing it. They're drinking Shakeology, and they both kind of want to lose like 5 pounds or something, but it's fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so I watched. I don't know if you had a chance to go into the workouts in 80 Day Obsession. They're not there yet, but there are a couple of videos in there right now, and each week there's going to be what's it called? It was 15 minutes long today. It was called
Obsession Summary or something. It's talking about the next week. Is that what you're talking about?
Weekly obsession.
I watched that today, and I definitely think it's worth everybody's while of watching that. But the workout block to me seems to be, I don't want to say the most important, but I feel like it's kind of the most important for timing when you're eating stuff so that you can work out, kind of to your potential, and then refueling your body afterwards. And I think if we can all figure out when we're going to work out, whether you're a morning or you're an afternoon, and you don't have to work out at 7 a.m. if you're a 5 a.m. type of person. Like Allie's like a 4 a.m. or something.
Yeah.
So is Trina. So basically what I think everybody needs to do is pencil paper or on your computer, on your phone or something, figure out when are you working out, and then look at your workout block, and about 60 to 90 minutes before that, that's when you need to be having this pre-workout meal. So for example, I normally have like a bigger lunch, I would say. And when I looked at this plan for me, I get home from work and I work out around 5:30 in the evening. That's when I do it. Well, I'm supposed to be eating like 60 to 90 minutes before that. And so that made me have kind of like a green, a red, and a yellow at like 4 o'clock, which was weird for me because I don't ever eat that much at 4 o'clock. I typically eat that much at like noon, and then I'll have like a snack in the midday and then come home and work out. And I do know that I'm hungry sometimes when I'm working out, which probably is not the best because then I don't get to push as much because I'm starving and all that good jazz. So I had to still make my same meal that I typically make, but instead of eating it around 12:30 noon time, I didn't eat it until about 4 today. So I like flip-flopped my snack and my lunch, I would say. That was a different mentality for me. And then since I'm a evening workout person, I worked out and then I drank my Recover, and I waited about an hour here tonight. And then my dinner consisted of a green, a red, and a yellow. So that for me kind of worked out okay. And then I could just space out my other containers throughout the day. That's kind of like a big lump sum of your containers is your workout block, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So Karen, this is Robin.
Uh-huh.
So for the first step is we should figure out when we're going to work out, and then everything else scheduled before or after that.
Yes, for sure. So I think that's a good starting point. And so if you're going to be an evening workout person on Monday and Tuesday, but Wednesday you've got a whole bunch of showings that you got to go and do, and you have to do it in the morning, then you're just going to have to space out your workout. When are you going to work out, and know that block of time, about an hour to an hour and a half before you need to eat these containers. Then you work out, and about an hour to an hour and a half afterwards, try your best to eat these containers. And does that make sense?
Yeah, I get that now. Okay.
Yeah. So she calls that your workout block. And it's about a 4 to 5 hour window of time that you're going to have of your day so that you know when you're working out and what you're eating before and what you're eating afterwards. So I would definitely think that's the best place to start is to block that in each day or each week, however you want to plan it.
See, I'm getting up at 5, and I'm trying to work out like first thing in the morning. Like I'm getting up at 5, and I'm working out between 5 and 6.
Yeah.
Right.
And I saw something that Autumn said where she just said, well, if you're a person who like can't eat before you work out because it makes you feel nauseous, or you work out so early, then just eat it like right after, and then space out your after workout meal like an hour later. So just eat something like right after. Just try to fit it in. Don't skip it. Like don't skip any of your containers or any of your meals if for some reason you can't eat it at the exact time that it says, because you still need all of that nutrition and it should still be spaced out. But then on the weekend I tried it because I don't have to work out so early on the weekend, and I made eggs and something and worked out like an hour later, and I didn't feel nauseous at all. I thought that I would. I just thought I couldn't work out right after I ate, but it was fine.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to find the paper where I found it. Basically, she was recommending if you're an early morning workout person, try to have your shake before your workout.
Yeah, and she even said if you're a person that can eat and work out immediately, that's fine as well.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't get nauseous, So
Yeah, where
And you just have to trial and error.
right. Yeah.
Because I'm telling you what, I'm not waking up at 2 so I can eat and then wait an hour.
Yeah. I'm not going to run the blender that early though, because I don't want everybody else getting up.
Oh, your family gets used to it. But I don't have young kids like you do, Kate.
Or take it in the bathroom and shut the door. I've done that before. But, you know, the lid's on. It's sanitary. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the thing. I mean, I definitely don't want to go into this whole, we haven't even started yet, and say it's okay to not follow it. But at the same time, like, I don't want people getting so wrapped up in all this that, like, you completely psych yourself out and don't do any of the program because you think you have to eat 60 minutes before you work out and it won't work and you can't do this and you got such a busy, you know what I mean? Like, I think there's a fine line between trying your stinking darndest to do this and fuel your body properly, and that's why she's given us this script, and then, you know, completely overanalyzing it and thinking that you have to be perfect and that if you ate 45 minutes after your workout instead of 2 hours or an hour and a half that you've like ruined it. You know what I mean? Like, you have to give yourself some leeway a little bit too, I think. But, so sorry, Andrea texted me, jump on now. We're still on. So I think, is that a good place to start, you think, is finding out when you're going to work out?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I did yesterday on Saturday when I was getting ready to go grocery shopping or order my groceries as I do. I kind of planned out, here's my workout time. This is what I need to have before and after I work out. So what meal fits that? I need to have a green, a red, and a yellow. So for me to have chicken and broccoli and rice, that's what I was going to make. Or, you know, my salad, adding chicken to it and having a half of a sweet potato. That helped me know what I wanted to buy because I needed to have those containers, you know. Some of it, especially if you're drinking Shakeology, like one of your meals is a red and a purple and a spoon. So it's kind of like, oh, Shakeology, half a banana and peanut butter. Like that makes a very easy meal right there, you know, and it follows the plan if you're drinking Shakeology. But for me, since I've kind of taken it out for me right now, I'm dealing with all this stomach crap. You know, my meal today was 2 hard-boiled eggs from the red and an apple with a spoon of peanut butter. So that was my meal, I should say, or so.
Karen,
Like,
if
Go ahead, Robin.
we have a Shakeology and we do have the banana and the peanut butter, what does that count as?
So your Shakeology always counts as a red protein. So your shake is always a red. And then if you added a half of a banana, that's one of your purples. And then a teaspoon of peanut butter is one of your spoons.
Okay, I see it as meal option 1 on my plan. Okay, I see that now.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, and just know that, you know, if it says meal option 1, but that doesn't necessarily mean that has to be your first meal of the day.
You know how
What?
you know how I am. I need this really structured at first, especially. So I'll probably follow it pretty close.
Yeah, so I mean, if you look at the plan here where it gives you an example, they have some example meals. I got too many papers here in front of me. But
Page 5. I see it.
Page 5, yeah. So that is an example day where you can see that they have the meal option 1 near the end, and then 2 and 3, because what they've done, the top stuff is your workout block, your pre-workout meal, your workout, and your post-workout meal. That whole thing is like a block. So if you're not going to work out to the evening, you'd move that whole entire section of that paper down to wherever it is. Or if you're a morning workout person, it needs to be up near the top where your Shakeology might not be until later in the day. Is that?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Okay, so what other questions do we have for some of you that are maybe on your phones, or now that I've been talking, what's coming to your mind now?
We don't have to worry about phase 2, that modified refeed, right?
Right, that is
Right
not
now.
until like week 6 or something.
And do we have a rest day in the beginning here? So we have a rest day meal plan that's different than the regular day?
Yes, you're going to have a rest day every Sunday. So every Sunday is a rest day. And when I was kind of reading that, it's just you're basically taking a rest, and there's a workout video that's on there. But when I was watching the video today, it's kind of more of like using a foam roller and doing some stretching and things like that. It's not so much a workout. And then those are just guidelines to still stay on some time nutrition of eating every couple of hours, but taking the performance line and that kind of stuff, if that's what you were doing. Yeah. So every Sunday we get to rest.
So, but you don't do your workout block, obviously. So do you get less containers on that Sunday?
No, you're still getting the same containers. They've just kind of spaced them out and kind of put them together, what looks to me just a little bit differently. Like for meal 1 and meal 2, she's got her fruits, at least for me for meal plan A.
What page are you looking at?
I'm looking at page 6. That's my rest day meal plan.
Okay, I see it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it kind of looks like my purples are near the top of my day. It's kind of what it's
Okay.
Yeah. But it says your container count on these days don't change, but you can switch around your meal options to the order you like. So she's just given us some guidelines to here's 5 different snack meal type ideas. And, since you don't really have a workout block to work around, just make sure you're eating every couple of hours and follow those guidelines if you can.
Excuse me.
Okay, where's the list of the foods that we can use for each container? Like what's allowed?
Okay, that's a good question because I had that asked earlier. So that's not actually in this plan or plan B printed off. It's actually in the getting start. Actually, it's not in the getting started. It's in the program materials. You just have to scroll down a little bit further past all the vegan plans too, and then it says like 80-day obsession container list.
Oh, okay.
And there's like a couple pages on there that you can print out or screenshot or save the image or whatever that you want to do. But it's still in the program materials, same place that you found your plan. Just going to have to scroll down past all the different options for plans and find it called 80-day obsession container list.
Okay, I just found it. Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. Okay. Anybody else got questions or anything like that? Or maybe want to share what they're going to tips?
Yep, Karen, I have a question. This is Andrea. I made it on.
Hey, Andrea.
Hi. So I am trying to figure out what kind of large lunchbox I need to get, because clearly my small little lunchbox that I normally carry to work is not going to hold all of this stuff. Do you have anything that you use that you suggest?
That's funny because I just made a post today about
Well,
that.
now that
I was like, food prep problems. I need a bigger lunchbox.
That's right. I did see that. Now that I asked you that, I did see that.
Somebody,
I don't know.
the video
Go
today,
ahead.
there's one that was called like 6-pack something. Does anybody know about that one? In the video I was watching, the 15-minute long thing, they were carrying in these lunchbox type things, and they were
There's these pink ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're really
I saw
cute.
them.
I looked really closely on it, and it said something like 6-pack, whatever. Well, one of my friends commented on my post today, Maria. She might even be on here because she's going to do the group with us. Let me find her comment, and because she said you need a 6-pack, blah blah blah, and I'm like, yeah, you need an ISO bag or a 6-pack fitness bag. So I haven't Googled that yet. But It looked like
Okay.
it was big enough that you could put these our containers that we're using like horizontal instead of like I had to put my stuff down vertical and my soy sauce or my Bragg's box today, and I didn't like that. So
Yeah, I'm like, put stuff in my lunchbox, shove it in my purse.
right. So I mean, that's the other thing. I mean, if you find stuff like that, post that in the group because obviously we're all having the same questions, and it would benefit.
Does it look
Okay,
like this?
cool.
Can you see? Does it look like this? Hold on.
Yes.
I have my laptop next to me. I just put in 6-pack lunchbox and it came up.
Yes, that's what it looked
Oh,
like.
cool.
How much is that?
It depends. Some of them are around 60, but some of them around 30.
Probably depends on
I
size.
just Googled it, so it might be cheaper somewhere else.
$60. I'll put that in my
Yeah,
purse.
that's a lot for a lunchbox.
But yeah, okay. Well, I didn't have an option until today. I was asking the same thing because I actually had all these different meals prepped. I'm like, well, that doesn't work. So we'll all be on a mission to find that for sure. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Robin, I have a few more questions, but I don't want to dominate, so let me know when it's good.
Oh, no.
That's okay. We have about 6 minutes left before our little free time runs out. So if you have a question, I'm sure other people do too. So what's up?
So I use about a fourth cup of unsweetened almond milk in my Shakeology. Does that fit into this plan? Because I don't see that.
That was on, so did you get to pull up the container list?
I did.
Okay, so if you scroll, it's like on the second page, I think. It's spaces. See if you can find that.
Oh, I see that. Yeah, I didn't see the second page. Okay.
So what does it actually say there for almond milk? Because I know there's a lot of almond milk users.
8 ounces counts as one of your teaspoons.
Okay, so
So
for plan A, I get 3 spoons. So if I used 8 ounces of almond milk, that would be one of those 3.
okay.
So if you made your shake with a red protein as your shake, if you used almond milk, that would be one of your spoons. And then if you put fruit in there, that would be a purple. And if you also put peanut butter, that would be another spoon.
What about that PB stuff?
PB2, that's a good question. Does anybody else use that or know how that counts? Heather?
Like a spoon.
It's a spoon?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing as peanut butter.
Yeah. I mean,
I also put almond milk in my Recover sometimes. So I would, if I did that for my shake and my Recover, that would be 2 of my spoons. And sometimes I put like half a banana in there as well. For the post-workout instead of having like a fruit and
right. And blend it up kind of more like a shake. Okay.
Is almond flour on that list? I haven't got a chance to see it. I know someone was asking that earlier.
I commented about that. I tried to look at that answer and I couldn't find it. So that might be in our plan here. It does say if you have questions, go to beachbodyexpertadvice.com. That's on page 11. It kind of says it down here. That there is kind of like a team of registered dietitians, things that you could maybe make a post or something, and maybe they'd answer that for us. Or maybe Autumn will too, because once we're in the group, some of us can ask that question too.
Okay.
But, so are you guys excited?
Is the recipe specific to 80-day session or where do we get good recipes?
I don't want to dominate. Does anybody else want to jump in on that?
What was the question? I'm sorry.
Where can we get good recipes with the have
I
the
still, I still think you can look on Fixate and just make sure it matches up with your containers. And
I get on the Beachbody blog too. That's where all our dinners are this week, and our lunch or soup.
So
well, I'm going to be honest. I don't know how to do that.
So within your on-demand, the same way that you have logged in to find the workouts, Instead of clicking on 80-Day Obsession or PIO or any of those, you can find the one that says Fixate. And if you click on that, there's Shakeology recipes, there's breakfast recipes, there's dinner recipes, and just find one that you think you would like. And when you click on it, it's going to tell you, it's going to either be a video or even just a recipe of how to make it. And it's going to have the container count on there. Lots of really good stuff there.
It looks like there's, it looks like there's some meals on there for 80-Day Obsession. Like it says post-workout meals, and when you open it, it gives you 9 meals with recipes, and pre-workout meals are there too. So that's at least something there to get you started with your workout block.
So that's in Fixate? You went into Fixate? And then
I was in the blog, so I just clicked on blog, and it was one of the first things there. I didn't have to search too much for it.
So you log into Beachbody On Demand and then blog.
And then click, and then it was right there, close to the top.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, okay.
Okay, perfect. I knew that she had said something, but I hadn't actually found where those were yet. Okay, good to know. And like I said, this isn't the end-all be-all phone call type of questions. So if you have more questions, just post them into the group, and we can do some research together. We can comment on there. We can answer things, or one of us might make a video to help answer that. That's what the group is for. So don't worry if you have a lot of questions, okay? We have less than a minute. It's going to get us cut off, and I have to take a picture of the screen. So you better just watch out. Put on your smiley face. All right. Is everybody smiling? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. I'll see your faces later on social media when I tag you. All right. Well, thanks for joining the call. I think that Monday nights might be a good night. We'll try our best to keep them short and just stay together and stay accountable and rock out this challenge. We start Monday. You guys excited?
Awesome.
Okay. All right. I will see you guys, and have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye. Bye.